Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to prepare tonight chicken tikka masala, all from Aldi. First, safety, safety first. It's good to put a damp towel down underneath your cutting board when you're going to be cutting things. It keeps it from sliding all over the place. Even though the board I have my cutting board on doesn't quite work. Here's all the ingredients. This is a small Vidalia onion. I'm going to do a coarse half moon chop on these onions. Everything's going to be pretty coarse. The only thing I'm adding to this is just the Vidalia onion and a red bell pepper. One small red bell pepper, one small onion. I don't know if that's how you do traditional tikka masala or chicken tikka masala. It's just how I did it. I tried it before like this and it was really good. I do add some garlic herb seasoning to the chicken and to the veggies. You'll see that when I get to it. I used about all that pepper you could. I actually have the fresh parsley this time. That'll be to sprinkle on the top once it's finished. But I've got to dice it up first. I'm getting all my cutting out of the way first. This is called, in the culinary world, usually you wouldn't see this, but it's called a mise en place. That means getting all your ducks in a row. Getting everything set up, ready to go, so when it comes time to cook, you got everything. It's all there, ready to go. Diced, chopped, cut, whatever you need. I didn't have my chicken prepped. A lot of those Food Network people, you don't really see them doing the cutting. You'll just see them just grabbing the little pinch bowls or bigger bowls with the ingredients already chopped up in there. And a lot of times they don't even do it. Their crew does all that and sets them up for success. So when that camera comes on, it's showtime. But I'm not on the Food Network. By far am I not on the Food Network. I'm doing everything on the top of my stove for the most part. Now, come Thursday this week, this is only Monday evening here. I get loud here. Thursday, this hot heat dome is being lifted. So hopefully I can start doing some cooking outside. Because we've had a whole month of just 90 plus degree, very swampy, very humid weather here in St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm over it. So over it. I'd like to get a break on my electric bill as well, because boy, it's been soaring. Oh yeah, I forgot in the original picture, I did pick up some naan bread. See, in India, they don't like eat with utensils. They use the naan bread to eat with, and their fingers. You can Google. I think I just Googled Indian people eating with hands, and you'll see all kinds of videos pop up. Yeah, this is where I start to add some of the garlic herb seasoning. Yeah, this second breast, it had like little bits of bone in it. I had to cut it out. Typically, they're good right out of the package, and no, I didn't rinse them because I'm cooking it. You don't have to rinse them. Anything that's on it is going to get killed by the heat of the skillet. It's actually better that you don't rinse it. Now, if it's a little bit been in your fridge a little too long and it's a day or two from heading south, you'll want to rinse it pretty good and dry it off, pat it dry real good. But yeah, you'll want to rinse it off. But I just bought these. And that second one kind of stuck right away. I'm using avocado oil in my squirt bottle there. And I'm almost out of it. They were out of it at the store, so I got grapeseed oil to replace it. And I'm going to run completely out of that avocado oil before I put grapeseed oil in there. Or I may not put the grapeseed oil in there at all, because Aldi they have the avocado oil back in stock. They were out of it for like 2 weeks. Well, they typically have, the stuff I'm using here, they typically have in stock all the time at Aldi. I don't want to get any of the seasonal stuff or some just random stuff. And that's my cooking water bottle there. That gets a little steam action going in there, so it cooks the breast a little quicker. I sped this up quite a bit. You won't even be able to notice for the most part, because I cooked this chicken breast for about 20 minutes. And then I'll put it to the side, you'll see. Like in the snap of a finger, the chicken wrapper there to the right will just disappear. See, you can get a spatula and scrape that stuff loose from sticking, but there's something called a Maillard reaction, which it's just a magical moment when whatever's on your frying pan or skillet, whatever you're using, it just magically releases and it'll come loose without even having to scrape it off with the spatula or tongs or whatever. You'll see it with that smallest one furthest away. That one will come loose first. But right now it's stuck. That's a non-stick pan too. See that? It's starting to come. Almost, I said. Almost there. See now, there. It broke loose. That is the Maillard reaction. Flip-de-doo. Just like that. I'm gonna. The other two want to break free, but they're just not. So it's just a light little grab. They're not really stuck. It's kind of hard to flip 3 breasts at one time without tongs. A little more of that cooking water, which is just ice mountain water. It's nothing special. I'm giving it the push test. They're all 3 feeling pretty firm, so it's about time to go ahead and pull them off. The actual cook time was about 20 minutes on the breast. I didn't want to bore y'all watching, pan. Just a pan with a lid on it for the most part. I'm using it's called Tikka Style rice. They've got the 90-minute rice. It's like $1.19 a pack. That Tikka Masala sauce goes for $3.69 a jar. I think the parsley was 97 cents, and you saw how little of it I used. I still have a lot left. But I did use an entire onion and a red bell pepper going in the pan right now. Don't get excited. That's not Grubhub. That's why I gave it an extra rattle. It made me think of the Grubhub alert sound. The buzzer. Yeah, I wanted to put a little salt. When you put salt on veggies like that, it sweats them down quicker. It pulls the moisture out of them, the water. So instead of using salt, I used my garlic herb seasoning because it has salt in it. Plus, it'll give it a little garlic punch that I didn't even really taste it in it. The chicken tikka masala sauce, or they call it just tikka masala sauce, it's pretty flavorful. You don't really have to do a whole lot to it. Some people might want it to be a little spicier because it doesn't really have any zing to it. Like, I could put some hot sauce in it. And this rice, you want to really mush it up, get it unclumped. It's usually clumped in there, and you want it pretty evenly spread throughout that container. And they're going to set it upright, not on its side. You're going to set it upright in the microwave. And I put it in there for 93 seconds, but it like wanted to blow up at 86 seconds. I mean, and I do have a second bag of this. This will actually make 3 decent sized servings if you use 2 bags of rice, but you probably won't even need all the rice if you use 2 bags. Or you can, I don't know. I take and mix it all together after I plate it. Once I sit down to eat it, I just mix it all together and use a little of that naan bread with it. I don't pinch the naan bread and eat with my hands, so I actually use a fork. Right now I'm cubing up the chicken. If that chicken's cooled down, you can pull it. You can use rotisserie chicken from like Costco or wherever. For this, because the first time I ever made it, that's exactly what I used was rotisserie chicken from Costco. Just the breast part of it. Flip that, flip that. Oh yeah. Showing off. Going in with the Tikka Masala sauce now. I get what I can out of the jar, and then I put a little bit of water in there and shake it up. I'll shake it up, and I'll get every dang last drop of that sauce out of there. I need a smaller spatula for stuff like this, because I made kind of a mess with this bigger spatula. But I got a bunch out with it, that's for sure. As you can see, this is a super easy dish if you got a little craving for some Indian food. And trust me, this does not smell real potent. Like if you go into an Indian restaurant, you instantly smell all that curry and stuff. This does not really smell that strong. It actually smells pretty delicious. It smells really good. It's got a nice aroma. I had the heat a little high on those veggies. I thought I had it on medium, but I'm used to cooking on the burner to the right, but for the camera, I cooked it on this one on the left. It's a little smaller burner, and I had that flame up higher than I wanted. So if you notice, the bottom of that pan got a little brown. It looked like it was almost burnt, but it's not. They call that a fond. That sauce loosens it up. I'm going to let this simmer for about 12 minutes on pretty low heat. Once I get it really stirred up and put the lid back on. I, of course, cut that out so you don't have to wait watching a pan for, 12 minutes. Cleaning up that mess from cleaning out the jar with the spatula. And this is about where I clip it out and come over, and I started watching YouTube. I actually accidentally left a short run, so my microphone in the kitchen, when I picked back up, it heard it, so I had to cut the sound for the rest of the video shortly after this. At some point, I just set the timer. I didn't actually turn it on yet on the mic, on Chef Mike there. But yeah, it was a Dave Chappelle skit playing over and over. I didn't even think about it until I pretty much recorded the whole last bit of it. I tried hitting the noise reduction. It wouldn't get rid of it, so I had to actually just cut the sound. You'll hear when it gets real quiet in the background. Yep, here it went. There went the sound. Anybody familiar with Dave Chappelle knows why I couldn't let that run. It's from the old Chappelle show. Hilarious show, but I can't have that airing on my YouTube videos. Copyrights for one, and then just not proper for a cooking video. I can't get through one of these voiceovers without my phone making noise at least once or twice. It's one of my apps. One of my courier apps. Synpex to be exact. It's a... I don't know what it is. It's a Walmart order. For Waterloo, Illinois. Huh. That's like 40 minutes from here. I don't even have the app on and they still interrupt my stuff. Anywho, back to cooking here. That's the naan bread. I'm getting it warm. Started to brown on the other side finally. And I'll end up just tearing that in half. For the plating, coming right up with the plating. I like hearing the cooking noise in the background though. As you can see from the steam, everything is piping hot. And I was very hot when I was doing this because it was pretty warm in my kitchen. That's the warmest room in the place, in the house. For now. That's the fresh parsley I just diced up. Going on top to give it a little color. That's Italian flat leaf parsley, by the way. Here we go for the grand finale. Yum, yum, yum. Chicken tikka masala from Aldi. Everything on the plate all came from Aldi. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please watch again. Please hit the like and subscribe.